my name is Melissa van Dijk, and in today's video I'm going to show you how you can use the Ordinary No-Brainer set. And I'm also going to show you how you can set up a morning and evening skincare routine using the products that this no-brainer set also includes, plus show you how you can properly layer the different products, how much you need to use of each product, and then also share some tips and tricks along the way. Now you either have already this set at home and you are now wondering, well, how can I use the different products? Or you're currently looking at the set and you aren't sure if you should get it because you don't know what those products can do for your skin, nor how you should use the different products. And so this is also why I want to get started with for whom this set is also suitable, what products it also includes and what they can do for your skin, and then also move into the application. Now, first of all, this set also includes 3 different Ordinary products. The first one is the Ordinary Buffet, and this is also a peptide. This also includes a mix of different peptides that can help you with signs of aging as well as also skin firmness. And you can also use the peptide serum in the morning and or evening. Then the next product is also the Ordinary Granactive Retinoid 2% in Emulsion. And this is also a new version of retinoids that can help you to reduce the look of fine lines and wrinkles, even out your skin tone and smoothen out your skin texture, but it is also less likely to cause irritation, unlike other retinoids. So therefore it is also a bit gentler on the skin, plus also being a bit more effective when it comes to the signs of aging. And you're going to use your Granactive Retinoid 2% in Emulsion in your evening skincare routine. Then the last product is also the Ordinary Natural Moisturizing Factors with hyaluronic acid in it. And this is also your moisturizer which you can use in the morning and or evening. So now you have a general idea of what it can do for your skin as well as when you can use the different products. So it's basically an anti-aging set. And it also can help you with those skin concerns. So if you're currently battling with fine lines and wrinkles, you're having loss of your firmness, you want to even out your skin tone or have like a bit of a rough skin texture and you want to smoothen it, then looking at this set is actually very beneficial. Now that you also know what it can do for your skin, I also do want to get into your morning and evening skincare routine. So as for your morning and evening skincare routine, one step won't change. And this is also step number 1, which is also the step that you're going to do before you're going to apply the other products on top of your skin, which you're also going to leave on your skin. And this is also washing your face with a gentle and suitable cleanser. I have, for example, the Ordinary Squalane cleanser right here, which is also an oil-based cleanser, and it's also suitable for all skin types. Now this cleanser is, for example, able to not only remove any excess oil, dirt, but also makeup and sunscreen in one go. So when also using a gentle cleanser, you don't have to use the one that I'm currently also showing to you, but if you're also currently having your favorite cleanser, make sure that it's suitable for your skin type, so that it also feels good on the skin, does not irritate or dry out your skin once you're done with the cleansing step. That's really important, since that's also a mistake I used to do myself. It just feels much more comfortable when also getting the right cleanser for your skin needs. Plus, it also can be in any like a formulation. It can be a foam cleanser, a gel cleanser, a cream cleanser, or an oil cleanser. Just make sure that the cleanser you're choosing in the morning and evening is also the right one. In the morning, you're less likely to also break down your makeup and sunscreen, since this is when you're usually also applying those products. But in the evening, you also should make sure that your cleanser is able to break down your makeup and sunscreen. Most cleansers will be able to break it down, however, it depends on how heavy your makeup or how stubborn your sunscreen is. You may also want to use either an oil cleanser beforehand, such as, for example, the Ordinary Squalane cleanser, or you can also use micellar water or makeup removers beforehand and then start with your cleansing step. So this is fairly individual, but I do want to emphasize that it's important to make sure that you have a freshly washed and clean face. Now with the Ordinary Squalane cleanser, I have to apply this one also on dry skin and then rinse it off with water. If you're using a different one as I do, please make sure to also read the directions on how you should properly use it, since the application and how you should remove it can change depending on your cleanser. So, and once you have massaged your cleanser all over your face, you now can also go ahead and remove it the way it also describes it on the back of the packaging. With the squalane cleanser, I now have to rinse it off with water. Now, I do want to give you a quick tip. Either you can also already do the cleansing step in the shower, that's what I prefer to do myself, or when also washing your face above the sink, then you can also go ahead and take a fresh cloth which you can wet to also help you to remove the cleanser a bit better to make sure that everything comes off. And now take a fresh towel and pat your skin dry. And now after you're done with your cleansing step, you now can also go ahead and move on to the ordinary buffet serum. And since this is also a peptide serum that you can use in the morning and evening, you can also include it in your morning routine. And this is also the next step after you have cleansed your face. And so when also using buffet on your face, I recommend also using between 2 to 3 drops, which is also a great guide to get started, so that you have an idea of how the serum feels, as well as also how far you can also come with it when also applying it to your face. And so when also applying it to your face, you always can adjust the amount of product, but make sure that you're not using too much, that the product is not sitting on top of your skin, but is also still able to absorb into the skin. So if 2 to 3 drops may not be enough, you can add 1 or 2 drops more and then see how this feels. Or if you also want to include your neck and décolletage to it as well, you may want to use 1 or 2 drops more than what I also now would usually use myself. So playing around with the amount of product is important, but as a general guide, 2 to 3 drops is also a great start. And then you can use it, for example, between your hands and also start applying it all over your face and neck. So when applying buffet to your face, you can also use it on your eye contour if you like to, but please do not get it too close to the eye so that it's not getting into your eyes, nor do I recommend using it on top of your eyelids, since it also includes a lot of movement and still also can get into your eyes. And then when also applying it, the way that you're going to apply it, as I just did it myself, like using a few drops in the palm of my hand, rub my hands together and then apply it to my face, this is one way on how you can do it. However, I know that if you may also experience that your product is getting already absorbed in the palm of your hand because your hands are so thirsty, then you can also switch the application method. You can also go ahead and use it, for example, on your fingertips instead. Or you can already use a few drops immediately to your face and then start applying it and blending it all over your face and neck. So that's fine too. The application method can change depending also on what works the best for you. For me, I have no issues using it also in the palm of my hand. It works just fine. My hands do not really absorb any product at all. But when I'm applying it on my face, then I can feel that while I'm blending the product into my skin, that it's already being absorbed from my skin. And that's a good sign, since it shouldn't feel sticky nor tight, nor like you're having like a thin layer all over. If that would be the case, then you're probably using too much. So therefore also play around with the amount of product so that you also find the right balance for your skin needs, since this can change. This is fairly individual. But again, 2 to 3 drops is a great guide. Now, after you have applied your buffet serum all over your face and neck, maybe also décolletage, you now can also go ahead and add your moisturizer afterwards, which is the Ordinary Natural Moisturizing Factors. And when also using that one afterwards, you can also give it like 30 seconds to a minute so that you can feel that buffet has also absorbed into the skin, and then also move on to the next step. Now also when using the Ordinary Natural Moisturizing Factors, use about a pea-size amount and then also evenly apply it all over your face and neck. About that much. Use it between your fingers and then gently Use it all over your face and neck. Again, you can also use the moisturizer on your eye contour, but please do not get it too close to the actual eye, nor get it into your eyes. So, and once you have also applied your natural moisturizing factors all over your face and neck, then this is already kind of like the AM routine. However, when being exposed to the sun, it is also important to always follow it up with a good sunscreen to, first of all, avoid getting sunburned, but at the same time also being less likely to also experience any further fine lines and wrinkles, as well as also dark spots, which can also be caused by the sun. So when being exposed to the sun in your morning skincare routine, it is also really important to not forget to also apply your sunscreen all over. And I'm also going to now apply the sunscreen all over so that you can see this step as well. Now, when also using your sunscreen, please make sure to also use a fair amount. Usually, like, you can have a guide like about half a teaspoon, if just to give you an idea of what it could also be. And then make sure that also when applying it all over your face, that you're not forgetting the areas. Like, don't forget your ears, don't forget your general face, your eyes, around your mouth, as well as your neck and décolletage. Of course, when also being exposed to the sun and you have also like your arms that are being exposed to the sun, don't forget to also use a body sunscreen as well to not only protect your face but also the rest of your body. So, and once you have applied your sunscreen all over, then this is like your last step in your skincare routine. If you like to, you now could also move on to your makeup application if you're also usually wearing makeup. And this is also what the morning routine could look like when also using the products from the Ordinary No-Brainer set. And now we can also move on to the evening skincare routine. So when moving on to your evening skincare routine, again, step number 1 is really important. Please do not skip this step. And this is also washing your face with a gentle and suitable cleanser for your skin type and needs. Now I have already done this step so that I can also save some time and move immediately on to the other Ordinary products. So after you're done with step number 1 and you have pat the skin dry, you have now kind of like 2 options on how you can set up your evening skincare routine with the products that the set also includes. You can either go ahead and start after you have cleansed your face with, again, the Ordinary Buffet. Use that one at first and then also go ahead and use the Ordinary Granactive Retinoid 2% in Emulsion afterwards, and then maybe finish it off with your moisturizer. Or you can also go ahead and leave out Buffet and just after you have cleansed your face, move immediately on to the Ordinary Granactive Retinoid and then maybe your moisturizer. So there are 2 ways on how you can set up your evening skincare routine, and this is also personal preference. See also what works best for your skin, see also what benefits it also can give you when combining them, also when just using your Buffet in the morning and the Granactive Retinoid in the evening. And it also just depends on how many steps you also want to use in your skincare routine. But both ways are fine. And so when including your Ordinary Buffet serum in your evening skincare routine as well, then use this one at first after cleansing. Since you should go from the thinnest to the thickest texture, but also from water-based serums to anhydrous solutions, oil formulations, and then your moisturizer. And so this is also why you should use your Buffet at first and then layer your Granactive Retinoid afterwards, since your Granactive Retinoid in Emulsion is an emulsion. The texture is a little bit thicker and is also a bit different than the one from Buffet. And so in this specific evening skincare routine, I'm also going to include Buffet in this routine so that you also can see the layering, the steps, as well as how much I use when also using multiple products in one routine. So again, After you have cleansed your face and you also want to use buffet, stick with 2 to 3 drops. Just as I showed you already in the morning routine, the amount of products that you're using is totally adjustable, but I recommend starting off with the guide and then based on that also apply it to how it also feels on the skin, as well as how much you need to also blend it all over your face, neck and maybe décolletage. And again, use it between your hands or use also a different application method. Don't forget that you don't have to use it in the palm of your hand. You can also use it on your fingertips or apply it immediately also on your face. So, and once you have applied a buffet to your face, again, give it like 30 seconds to a minute so that you can feel that it also is able to absorb into the skin and also won't have like a strange layer on top of the skin where you can feel like the product is sitting on top of the skin. Then play around with the amount of product, because when also layering multiple products after each other, the amount of product that you're going to use of each product is important. So let's say I'm going to use 2 drops of buffet as well as 2 drops of the Granactive Retinoid. This is, for example, a great balance for my skin, where I say like the product is able to absorb into the skin, but at the same time it also feels comfortable on the skin because I'm also being able with that specific amount to also use it all over my face and neck where I also wanted to apply it. So keep this in mind that the more products you are going to use, you have to also adjust the amount of product so that it's not going to end up of being too much and feeling uncomfortable on the skin. And so after you have applied your buffet serum, you now can also go ahead and apply the ordinary Granactive Retinoid 2% in Emulsion. Now this one is less likely to cause irritation, whereas for example other retinols can also give you some irritations if you're not properly introducing it in your skincare routine. Meaning that if you're being new to retinol and you're using it immediately daily in your evening skincare routine, you can end up with wetness as well as skin sensitivity, where it feels very uncomfortable and sensitive on the skin when also just touching your skin. So that's what can happen. However, with the Granactive Retinoid, this is a specific version of retinoids that is less likely to also show those irritations. Now, it does not mean that you won't experience any irritation, because this also is fairly individual depending on your skin. However, you may already be able to use it more often in the beginning rather than also with your retinol. So I recommend that if you're being new to it and you have no idea how your skin is going to respond to it, use it every other day at the very beginning for 1 or 2 weeks, just to see how your skin is going to react to it. And if everything is fine, you can also move on to using it daily. This is just to make sure that depending also on how your skin tolerance is, or if you have a bit more of a sensitive skin, that you also having a right introduction to the product so that your skin is not going to feel a bit overwhelmed. And so if no irritation happens at all when using it every other day for 1 or 2 weeks, then that's great. I rather have you can see no irritation than if you also would use it too often, too quickly at the very beginning, and you will end up with a lightly irritated skin. So therefore, what you can do is, for example, use the Granactive Retinoid in Emulsion every other day, meaning Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, etc. So this would be, for example, an option. And then the days when not using the Granactive Retinoid, you can keep on using Buffet. So Buffet can be used daily in the morning and or evening, so that you still will also have the right balance and to get also those anti-aging benefits. And then once you see that your skin has adjusted to it or that everything is fine, you can also go ahead and use Granactive Retinoid in your daily evening skincare routine, with or without Buffet. That's personal preference. And so when also using the Granactive Retinoid, again, I recommend sticking with 2 to 3 drops. And please also remember that this is totally adjustable. This is only a guide so that you have an idea of where you can get started, and then based on that adjust it. If it should feel too little for you, then add 1 or 2 drops more. That's fine as well. And now go ahead and apply it evenly all over your face and neck. Now again, you can use it on your eye contour if you'd like to, but also please be a bit more careful when it comes to the eye contour. If you should experience a bit of sensitivity, then leave it out for a day or for like 2 days so that your skin can like calm a bit down, and then try using it on your eye contour as well. It's not wrong, you can use it on your eye contour, just please do not use it on your eyelids, nor get it into your eyes. That's really important. But other than that, just go ahead and gently and evenly apply it all over your face until you can also feel that the skin has also absorbed the product. Now what's really important is once your Granactive Retinoid 2% in Emulsion is open, then please make sure to also store it in the fridge. So that's, as of today, one of the products that The Ordinary does mention and also emphasize to put it in the fridge, with also the other Granactive retinoids or retinols. So when it comes to the Granactive retinoids and retinols from The Ordinary, they all should be put in the fridge once they are open. And then also please make sure to also see how long they last, since they currently only have also a lasting power when, like, once they're open for about 3 months. So please keep this also in mind. Whereas with the other one, it's like 12 months. And so once you have also applied it evenly all over your face, depending also on how your skin feels, you can leave it as it is and stop right here. However, if you have a bit more of a drier skin type, then you also may feel the need to also add the moisturizer afterwards. Now that's optional. This like, you don't have to apply the moisturizer afterwards, but you can adjust it based on your skin type, as well as also what feels best on your skin. So when also using the moisturizer afterwards, again, stick with about a pea-size amount. So, and once you have applied your moisturizer all over your face, neck, and also maybe décolletage, then this is also your last step in your evening skincare routine. Also keep in mind, using your moisturizer is optional, otherwise your Granactive Retinoid is your last step in your skincare routine. Now I do also want to quickly emphasize something that's really important, and this is also that if you're being currently pregnant or you're currently breastfeeding, then please do not use The Ordinary Granactive Retinoid or any other retinoids or retinols in general, since this is not advised during the pregnancy nor when also currently breastfeeding. Then you may also want to look at an alternative, or you also just want to stop using it for that period of time. But other than that, this is also how you can use The Ordinary No-Brainer set, how you can also include those 3 individual products which also target anti-aging in your morning and evening skincare routine. And I also do hope that now with the little guides, with the tips and tricks that I have shared with you on how you can also set up your morning and evening skincare routine, has helped you to now have a better understanding of how you can use those products. And if you like this video, please also don't forget to give the thumbs up as well as share it. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon in the next one. Happy skincaring. Bye!